The Life Journey to Yi. Chapter 7. A New Question. Another morning at 4:30, I woke up from another weird dream. Lying in the bed, I opened my eyes and blurted out, "I am back." At that moment, I was extremely sober, and I suddenly realized that what had been troubling me was not the conflict between the physical feeling and the reality, nor was dream or reality. I stood up and walked to the window. I pulled the curtain aside. The east sky was turning gray a little bit. The sky was not dark, but a kind of navy blue. The stars could still be identified sporadically. I stood in front of the window for over an hour, gazing at the navy blue which turned lighter and bluer. The sporadic stars turned dark and blurred until they disappeared. Occasionally, sparrows flew up and down on the roof of the neighbors, and some unknown birds flew by. As the morning light came through the window, I turned back, like in the morning I got up with the daze, looking around, and for the first time in my life, I observed the world for a long time. Since that morning, I possessed two abilities which benefited me a lot later. The abilities are not extraordinary functions or magic. They can be understood as like the abilities of logical thinking, movement, eating, or digesting. Over 1 hour I stood in front of the window, I felt overwhelmed by one of the abilities, which I call it sensing. After that moment, the weird feeling became weaker. I felt instead a sense of clarity. I was re-examining rather than observing the world, which became different in my eyes. I could feel that a certain kind of energy was activated and waken up. You cannot imagine how shocked I felt at that moment. In the morning I got up with the daze, I woke up. The energy woke up. In that morning, I was back. The energy returned from the weird dream. I really had been to those places in the dreams. The question of dream or reality misled me. It was just a superficial presentation and not the root of the question. What really troubled me was how to define I. That is, who actually went to those places? I or the person lying in the bed? It was the confusion of how to define myself that really troubled me. The answer to the question did not bring me any feeling of happiness, because that was a new question. Who am I?